A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Kalima tayyiba, belief in the hereafter. Hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Hudhaifa and Abu Huraira radiyallahu anhuma both narrated in a lengthy narration that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, the qualities of trustworthiness and kinship will be sent and will stand on two sides of the Sirat, the bridge over hell, right and left, so as to intercede for those who cared for them or object to those who disregarded them. Then the first amongst you shall pass over it like lightning. I said, may my father and mother be sacrificed for you. What is meant by pass like the lightning? He replied, do you not see how lightning passes and returns within the blink of an eye? Then the next in the rank would pass like the wind, and like a swift bird, and like a fast runner. That is, everyone will cross according to his deeds. And your Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam will be standing on the Sirat, saying, O my Rabb, grant safety, until such people will come that due to the weakness of their deeds, they will only be able to crawl. He then said, and on the sides of the Sirat, hooks would be suspended ready to catch anyone whom they would be ordered to catch. So some will escape wounded, and some would be piled up in fire, and by the one in whose hand is the life of Abu Huraira, indeed the depth of hell is 70 years. Muslim. Anas bin Malik radiyallahu anhu narrates that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he said, while I was passing through paradise, I found myself by a river on the two sides of which were domes of hollow pearls. I asked, what is this, O Jibrail? He replied, this is the Kausar that your Rabb has granted. Its soil was the most excellent musk. Bukhari. Abdullah bin Amr bin As radiyallahu anhuma narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, my pond, meaning Al-Kausar, is as large as the month's journey, and its sides are equal. Its water is brighter than silver, and its fragrance is more delightful than musk, and its drinking cups are as numerous as the stars in the sky. Whoever will drink from it, it shall never feel thirst thereafter. Muslim. Note, the distance of 1 month's journey implies that the size of Al-Kausar is so large that it will take 1 month to go across it. Samura radiyallahu anhu narrated that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, verily, for every prophet there is a pond, and indeed they will vie with one another about which of them will have the largest number of coming down to it. I hope, indeed, my pond will be the most heavily attended. Tirmidhi. Ubadah bin Samit radiyallahu anhuma narrates that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, who bears witness that none is worthy of worship but Allah, the alone, without any partners, and that Muhammad is his slave and messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and that Isa alayhi salam is the slave of Allah and his messenger, and his word that was granted to Maryam alayhi salam, and a spirit from him, and that paradise is a reality and that fire is a reality, Allah will indeed send him to paradise, whatever his deeds may be. Junada radiyallahu anhu added in his narration, he may enter from any of the 8 doors of paradise that he wishes. Bukhari. Abu Huraira radiyallahu anhu reported that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in a hadith Qudsi narrated that Allah Ta'ala has said, I have prepared for my pious slaves that which no eye has seen and no ear has heard, and which has not entered into the heart of any man. If you wish, recite, and no one knows what delights of the eyes have been hidden from them. Surah Sajda, chapter 33, verse 16, Bukhari. Sahel ibn Sa'ad al-Sa'idi radiyallahu anhu narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the space that a whip occupies in paradise is better than the world and what it contains. Bukhari. The space that a whip occupies in paradise is better than the world and what it contains. Anas radiyallahu anhu narrated that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the length of any of your bows or the space that a step occupies in paradise is better than the world and what it contains. And if a woman of the women of paradise were to look upon the earth, the entire space between paradise and the earth would become illuminated and filled with fragrance, and her scarf is better than the world and what it contains. Bukhari. Abu Huraira radiyallahu anhu narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, verily, there is a tree in paradise that a rider traveling under its shade for 100 years will not be able to cross it. recite if you wish, in shade long extended. Surah Baqiyah, chapter 56, verse number 30. Bukhari. Jabir radiallahu anhu narrates that I heard Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam saying, verily, the people of paradise will eat and drink, and they will not spit, nor urinate, nor defecate, nor blow their noses. The Sahaba asked, then what will happen to the food that they eat? He replied, it will produce belching and sweat like musk. They will be inspired to recite the glory of Allah and His praise just as they breathe. Muslim. Abu Sa'id al-Khudri and Abu Huraira radiallahu anhuma narrated that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, Abu Sa'id al-Khudri and Abu Huraira radiallahu anhuma narrated that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, an announcer shall announce in paradise, verily for you it is decreed that you shall remain in perfect health, never to fall ill. And verily it is decreed that you shall continue to live, never to die. And verily for you it is decreed that you shall remain young, never to get old. And verily for you it is decreed that you shall live in delight, never in misery and in distress. And that Allah Azza wa Jal has said, will be announced to them that this is the paradise that you have inherited by virtue of what you used to do. Muslim. Suhaib radiallahu anhu narrates that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam in a hadith Qudsi said, when the people of paradise will enter paradise, Allah Ta'ala will say, do you desire that I bestow upon you with one more blessing? They will reply, have you not enlightened our faces? Have you not made us enter paradise and saved us from the fire? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, then Allah will remove the veil between him and them, and they will not have been given anything dearer to them than looking at their Lord, the Mighty and the Magnificent. Muslim. Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi, subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Subhanaka rabbil izzati amma yasifun, wa salamun alal mursaleen, walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah.